Steve Cottrell and his guitars are never far apart.
What?
He even takes one on his overseas trips.
What?
I know because I've been with him in the Canadian Rockies, Vietnam, Turkey, Kenya, when he has been a true ambassador of music, friendship, kindness, and love. Some of us here have heard Steve many times, and it is always entertaining, inspiring, and very special. Let's welcome Steve Cottrell.
It's nice to see all your naked faces this year. Last year everybody was covered up. It's a John Denver tune. There's a storm across the valley. Clouds are rolling in. Afternoon is heavy on your shoulders. There's a truck out on the 4-lane, a mile or so away, and the whining of his wheels just makes it colder. He's an hour away from riding on your prayers up in the sky, and 10 days on the road, barely gone. There's a fire softly burning, supper's on the stove, and it's the light in your eyes that makes him warm. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. Hey, it's good to be back home again. There's all the news to tell him about how you spend your time. What's the latest thing the neighbors say? Your mother called last Friday, sunshine made her cry, and you felt the baby move just yesterday. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend, and hey, it's good to be back home again. And oh, the time when I can lay this tired whole body down, feel your fingers feather soft upon me, the kisses that I live for, the love that lights my way, and the happiness that living with you brings me. It's the sweetest thing I know of, just spending time with you, and it's the little things that make a house a home. Like a fire softly burning, supper on the stove, the light in your eyes keeps it warm. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Yes, it is. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend of mine, and hey, it's good to be back home again. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Thank you. Thanks very much. You know, I was thinking back to the first or second Chautauqua when we had it in the park, and we had a tent with open sides on it, and Daryl Martin's home stereo was our PA system. And now we've got this beautiful sound system with Tim running it, and we have air conditioning. So is anybody here from the South? So yeah, North Carolina sort of South. Bless your foolish heart can be used many different ways in the South. Like, did you see Bertha's hairdo? Bless her heart. So this is a song by Jesse Winchester. Every time we go downtown, the boys watch you walk by. You don't see their eyes, but I bet you hear their sighs, 'cause the whole darn town's in love with you. But here's the funny part, you love me, so bless your foolish heart. Look at the quarterback, the mayor's son, the smartest kid in school. You could have had the best and brightest, you chose the biggest fool. And you might be too good for me, but girl, you can't be too smart. Not if you love me, so bless your foolish heart. I guess I'll have to learn to live with being Mr. You. What else can I do? I just hope it's true, 'cause I've been doing wrong so long, I've made it a fine art. You love me, so bless your foolish heart. Even the wannabe society, why they're completely sold. Mr. Murphy dreams about you, and he's 99 years old. And you might be too good for me, but girl, you can't be too smart. Not if you love me, bless your foolish heart. Not if you love me, girl, bless your foolish heart. This next song is a theme song from a TV program, and I think you'll recognize it when you get going. But you probably never heard the whole song. And the only time that I believe it was ever played all the way through was on the 200th episode. And you'll hear some lines in here, and when they talk about my therapist, a guy named Fraser shows up. So, in the episode. So we call this, when you bang your microphone into a guitar, they call it a sure smile. But that's what it looks like, and it's not a good thing to Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Don't it make you wanna go? All those nights you got no lights, check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and your third fiancé didn't show. Aren't you glad there's one place you can go where everybody knows your name? And they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see people are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name. You roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. Your shrink ran off to Europe, didn't even write. And your husband wants to be a girl. Aren't you glad there's one place in the world where everybody knows your name? And they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see people are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name. You want to be where you can see troubles are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name. Thank you. After John Denver passed away, I was watching an interview with his former wife then, but his wife Annie. And the interviewer said, well, Annie's song has to be your favorite song. And she said, no, it's not. Perhaps Love is my favorite song. And I'm going to do for you now, I do it I try to. I do it like almost like it's a poem. So we'll see how that goes. Perhaps love is like a resting place, a shelter from the storm. It invites you to come closer. It wants to keep you warm. And even if you lose yourself and don't know what to do, your memories of love see you through. Perhaps love is like a window, perhaps an open door. It invites you to come closer. It wants to show you more. And in those times of trouble, when you are most alone, your memories of love take you home. Love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel, to some a way of living, to some a way to feel. Some say love is holding on, and some say letting go. Some say love is everything. Some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the oceans, full of conflict, full of pain, like a fire when it's cold outside, thunder when it rains. If I could live forever and all my dreams come true, my memories of love, of you. Love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel, to some a way of living, to some a way to feel. Some say love is holding on, some say letting go. Some say love is everything, some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the oceans, full of conflict, full of pain, like a fire when it's cold outside, thunder when it rains. If I could live forever and all my dreams come true, my memories of love, of you. Thank you. This is about the only cowboy song I know. So. Last night when I was out riding, the graveyard shift midnight till dawn. The moon was as bright as a reading light, a letter from an old friend back home. He asked me, why do you ride for the money? Why do you rope for short pay? You're getting nowhere, you're losing your share. I must have gone crazy out there. Said last night I ran onto Jenny. She's married and has a good life. Boy, you sure missed the track when you never came back. She's the perfect professional's wife. She asked me, why does he ride for the money? Why does he rope for short pay? He's getting nowhere, losing his share. I must have gone crazy out there. But we have seen the northern lights. We've watched a hawk on the wing. We spent spring on the Great Divide, and we've heard old Camp Cookie sing. Sing it. Yodelay, 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 yodelay. I read up the rest of the letter, tore the stamp off for old Black Jim. And when Billy rode up to relieve me, he looked at the letter and grinned. Why do we ride for the money? pay. We're getting nowhere and losing our share. Oh, we must have gone crazy out there. But we have seen the northern lights, watched a hawk on wing. We spent spring on the great divide, and we've heard old Camp Hickey sing. Yodelay, 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 yo. Thank you. Thanks. I sang this song a few years ago at the last Chautauqua before the pandemic, and everybody liked the song a lot, and then he asked me to repeat it, so tonight we're going to do it again. So. It's a Guy Clarkson song. He was 8 years old with a flour sack cape tied all around his neck. He climbed up on the garage roof, figured what the heck. He screwed his courage up real tight till the whole thing come unwound. Then bless his heart, he took a running start and he headed for the ground. He's one of those that knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms and hold your breath, always trust your Kate. Now he's all grown up with a flour sack cape tied all around his dreams. He's full of piss and vinegar, he's busting at the seams. He licked his finger and checked the wind, it's gonna be do or die. He wasn't scared of nothing, boys, he was pretty sure he could fly. He's one of those that knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms and hold your breath, always trust your Kate. Now he's old and gray with a flour sack cape tied all around his head. He's still jumping off that garage, he will until he's dead. All these years the people said he was acting like a kid. He did not know he could not fly, so he did. He's one of those that knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms, hold your breath, always trust your Kate. So spread your arms, hold your breath, always trust your Kate. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. This is my favorite John Denver song. I'm going to finish with that. I often have wandered in deep contemplation. Seems like the mind runs wild when you're all alone. The way that it could be, the way that it should be. Things I do differently, I could do them again. I always love springtime, the passing of winter, green of the new leaves, and life going on. The promise of morning, long days of summer, more nights of loving her, beneath the bright star. I am an old cowboy from high I sleep in the city now, away from my mountains, away from the cabin we used to call home. I dreamed that I left there on an old Palomino, whispering Jesse rode right by my side. I longed to hold her, to hear her soft breathing, the touch of her cool hands on my fevered brow. Whispering Jessie still rides in the mountains, still sings in the canyons, still lives in